Hello guys, I am Zonky the Donkey, and today I'm presenting to you a tips and tutorial guide on parachuting and landing in Playerunknown's Battlegrounds. This game is absolutely exploding. There are close to 65,000 concurrent players peak at any given time. This game sets you in against about 100 total players where you parachute in to start the round, and you gotta loot gear, find weapons, and kill all the other opponents to win the game. Now, the most crucial part of this, and where you can win or lose the game in the first couple of minutes, is how you parachute in, where you go, and what you do in those first couple of minutes after landing. Because ultimately, you want to be able to get the best gear and avoid dying in the first couple of minutes, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. Now, as soon as you spawn in, this is where you're going to be. You're going to be in the plane, and you need to quickly assess where you're at, where you're going, and where you want to jump. So what you want to do is pull up your map right away, trying to figure out a good trajectory for where your plane is going, then start assessing what are some good spots to land. And we're always going to want to prioritize military gear landing spots. And the places I'm circling with my mouse cursor are some pretty good spots where you can get that military gear, which is like your assault rifles, body armors, your tier 2s, tier 3s, plus kind of things like that. You're also going to want to assess the number of players that are still left in the plane, and basically using that as to where you want to go and how risky that's going to be, because there's a couple different trains of thought here. Is one, you see the top tier streamers all jumping in and go into the hot spots right away, and that's how they're getting 20 plus kills. And yeah, but they're the super ultra good players, and they can actually do that, but the average player like you and me, we're not able to go in there and get 20 kills right away and establish our dominance. And so what we're going to do is pick a place where it's not going to be as populated and get a little further away. And you can actually sail about one full grid square away on the map by doing what I just did here, which is basically holding W and looking straight up at the sky. And this will allow you to sail a pretty far way. Now, as you're falling, you want to do a few things in your parachute. You want to assess how many people are around you, and you can make subtle adjustments to your course from there. So I'm landing in military base here, and I can see there's only about 2 people landing my immediate vicinity. And so the alarm bells aren't really quite going off for me, but I know I need to get a gun quickly and try and eliminate some of these threats. All right, let's touch on another couple points. Now here I'm jumping with a partner in a duos match, and you'll notice probably if you go to this external view, a ton of people are jumping at the very beginning of the round. Basically, as soon as they're able to jump, they're jumping and going straight down into the first town. Just something I've noticed, regardless of kind of where you're going, if you wait till you get to the end of the line, basically where the plane forces you out, very few people are going to be left on the plane at that point. And there's a few advantages to this. As number one, you're going to be on the edge of the island. And so with that, from a tactical standpoint, that's one less direction you're going to have to look at, because typically you're not going to have people coming at you from the water, although there are boats in the game and there's always a few exceptions. And then number two, you need to constantly assess your situation. And so you'll see, if by using the left Alt key as the default, I'm constantly looking around and saying, how many other teams or how many other players are coming near me? Are they going to land in my same area? Do I need to speed up my descent so I can beat them to somewhere? I'm looking around for other parachutes mostly, but because we went to the end of the map here, there's really not all that many people. And this is going to give us a huge advantage early on, especially as a new player where you're not looking to jump in right away and just get into the frag fest. This is what you're going to be want to doing. And you notice also these huts with the holes in them. These have a decent chunk of military loot. If you see these, I would target these like crazy. Now, to expand on the concept of military loot, let's talk about the map and analyzing the map and figuring out where are some good places to land. Up in the north of the map, you'll notice this kind of patchy area in DJ. That's a shooting range. Stahlburn, the ruins, also has some good ones. The loading docks, or the port area of Georgia Pole. You'll see a lot of blue and red and yellow shipping containers. Tons of military loot in there. In the middle of the map, just southeast of Rosshok, you've got, I think pretty much everyone refers to this as the schools. There's 5 or 6 apartment buildings and a massive school system. There's also this area in GL. It's got a quarry, I believe. You notice down here in Lipovka, there's these set of 3 buildings, and notice that specific shape that I just zoned in on. It's like a rectangle with 2 little small squares poking out of the side. All of these are military barracks style buildings, like the one here. and just south of Malta Power, and there's a few of these in the military base. Now, obviously, the military base is probably one of the most hotly contested early game areas in the entire game. There is more loot per square foot than any other place in the game, but there's also the risk that comes with that, and that generally there's going to be more people there. It's just determining what kind of play style you want to do, and if getting an earlier rifle in some sites is worth it to you. Now remember, for just a recap for today, the keys of parachuting are: don't jump in right away, find a good place that has loot and get away from the plane as quickly as you can. That way you've got more time to yourself to loot. Additionally, make sure you get a good rifle right away, and if anyone lands near you, try and take them out as soon as you can. That way you can keep track of people and aren't going to get ambushed by them. Additionally, guys, we're 30 days in. The channel is 30 days old now. We're sitting at 240 subscribers. The outpouring of support is amazing. If you like the content, leave me a comment, hit that like button, tell me what you enjoyed and didn't enjoy. If you feel like I left something out, tell me. I want to, this is going to be the first in a series of videos for Playerunknown's Battleground. I want you to give me feedback so I can make the highest quality product that I possibly can, so you guys can enjoy it and hopefully learn something about the game. Stay tuned, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That way you can check out my upcoming content. See you guys, take care.